Hi, it's Julie at Great Golf Solutions. Today we're going to finish the swing and we're going to talk about the follow through. Most people, quite honestly, once they hit the ball, think they're done with the swing. So what I want to do is touch on some of the key things that you want to do in the follow through, because it really is an important part of your swing. It's going to help you get that ball to your target. So don't think that just by hitting or making contact with the ball you're pretty much done, because you can still falter in your follow-through and not have a good shot. So I'm going to briefly go over the takeaway in the backswing and your downswing and your how you should feel or body position at impact. One of the things that I do want to briefly touch on is balance in your swing. When we talked about setup, I mentioned that you want to have a good athletic position and good balance. And what you've hopefully been able to see when I was breaking down the swing is that I was able to maintain my balance. And as you start taking the club away, I mean, it's very common for people to lose their balance this way, but quite often more people will lose their balance front to back. As they take the club back, they whip it back too much and they get back on their heels. And then to get back to the ball, they have to get onto their toes. So maintaining a good balance is key to, you can have a great swing, you can be in the right position, but if you have bad balance, then you're not going to have consistent impact on the golf ball. With that being said, let's go over just briefly how we got to impact and then how we're going to finish our swing. So we set up to the ball, good solid balance, good setup. We're going to take the club away. Remember, we're going to push it away with our left shoulder. We're going to keep this right arm pretty quiet. It's just going to follow. The club is going to be parallel to the ground, down our target line, and the club head is the toe is going to be pointed up, so it's going to be square to our target. So take it away. As we rotate, our shoulders are going to try to rotate it close to 90 degrees. Our hips will follow 45. Remember my right leg, I mentioned that I feel like it's a tree trunk, and I'm just sitting right on it. So as my hip rotates back or pushes back, I'm sitting almost like on a bar stool. So as I get to the top of my swing, my head is relatively over the ball, slightly behind the ball, and as I start my downswing, my knees are going to start driving. They're going to start recoiling and driving, and my arms, my shoulders are going to follow, and at impact I'm going to be in this position right here. Okay? Now from this position my left hip is cleared. I have ample room for my arms to swing. And now as I finish, I'm going to maintain, I'm going to keep driving. My hands have released the club head at impact, and now I'm going to release my hands and my arms out to my target. That's probably one of the things where I see people struggle with the most or forget, is that you need to release that club head and your arms to your target. So if you hit the ball and recoil in, that's still going to have a lot of impact on your ball flight. So good ball flight, square club face at impact, extending out to my target line. And as I extend out to my target line, I'm going to start rotating everything over onto my left side. So just like I mentioned in the backswing that my right side is a tree trunk, now my left side in my follow-through becomes that stabilizer. And remember when I was talking about putting a stick or a club in the ground here and being able to rotate inside of it? If I had another stick right here, when I follow through, I would follow through, and my goal would not be to push it at all, not to make contact with it. And that means that I'm rotating around my spine. I've stayed within my body line, and I've made a really powerful driving swing at the ball. So impact, follow through to your target. So as I took the club away here, the width between the club and my body is maintained on my follow through. My arms, my right arm is now throwing the club out to my target. I've released my hands, and as I finish, I'm going to finish up over my left side. And this is where balance really plays a part. As I finish, my hands are high and my body is solid over my left. I have no balance issues. I don't fall back. I don't waver. If you find that you're swinging the club and you're constantly losing balance, I would first check your setup, make sure you're in a good athletic position, and then in that same regard, if you feel like you start out well but you're still losing your balance, then I would really look at how hard you're swinging at the ball. Rhythm in your golf swing is very important to maintaining good balance and being consistent and making good, consistent impact at the ball. So when I talked earlier about this angle here and impact and having good club head speed, where I think that because I have good club head speed, I'm able to maintain my balance and I don't overswing at the ball. And where I see myself being able to outdrive a lot of the guys is because men more often than not are going to overpower themselves in the swing, and they're going to swing really hard at the ball and try to muscle their way through it. And one thing about golf is it's not necessarily how big your stature is or how much muscle you have. It's really how you maintain your balance and can have rhythm in your swing. So on one end, there's men who muscle through their swing a lot and try to overswing at the ball. And then some of the things that I see women struggle with is they're too dainty with their swing. So they're so concerned with how they look that they're not able to generate any type of club head speed. So when I teach my students, I really focus on having them learn and feel what this angle is and how it releases, and then how you're going to finish your swing. It's very important, I think, to be able to finish straight up. You're going to be standing at your target. Your hands are going to be around your body in some manner, but you're going to be able to maintain the ending of your swing and not be in this position and almost like a recoil here. Just like you can hold or find a stopping point for your backswing, you're going to find a stopping point for your follow through, and that's really going to be a concept of having good balance and good control. So with that being said, hopefully I've been able to break down the swing into small enough parts for you that you can take each lesson that we've talked about and learn it before you go on to the next phase. And remember that the follow through is really an extension of your ball going to your target. So work on good balance, finish straight up, looking right out at your target line, and hopefully that will help you have a consistent impact and approach to your golf swing.